Yo, what's going on? It's your boy Montego Ramon checking in right now. Rise X, we rise to the occasion. Hey man, y'all know what time it is. I'm here with your trade highlights for the week. I got some great news for you. Let's jump right into business as usual. Boom. All right, let's go. Okay, cool. So as you can see, the P&L right now is at, let's see if I can highlight it, but you can see it right here, basically account summary. Boom, we scored a total of 3106 total P&L. We were down as much as, let's see, these are all the trades I took today. Are they? Yeah, positions, orders. Yeah, you can see the orders I took. Is this just today or what, man? This might just be today. Yeah, as you can see, things got a little crazy. You don't see a bunch of sell-off in the market. All right, let's get right into it though, guys. As you can see, it was kind of a bloody day until it wasn't, when your boy pulled through at the end. You know, sometimes you can just get caught up reading price wrong. We start off with a solid day up here. Let's get right over into the let's get right over into the recording, actually. So as you can see, we started the day. I was down. I was up 457. I was actually down probably from like $1,000 or something like that, but still up for the majority part from the last trading day. I did not trade yesterday at all, which was Thursday. Today is Friday, the 21st. We got one more week of February. And I want to talk about how in February, how I was just kind of able to position myself because of historical data. Now, that worked in my favor. Wasn't the best with the entries though, which is all I really want to work on. Sometimes you get a little too trigger happy in there, you know, and it happens. As long as you got good risk management, a positive attitude, you'll do fine. So let's go. Start the recording. And yeah, as you can see, I'll speed things up a little bit. We secured a quick almost $1,300. You can see the trade is going against me here. I drew a quick trend line, just checking. Closed that very fast as it was a fake out trade. The price was not looking to go, you know, up any more actually. And you can see we're already in an oversold area. I missed the initial move up, which was started way earlier that day in the London session, right? So as we continue on, you can see I get my trade signal, right, which is basically those three soldiers, you know, whether they are, I get three soldiers, and we just had an oversold area, right? So that's kind of been the signal for me, right? So I get extra aggressive after I see those three soldiers, right? I think here we are on the 5 minute, which is a strong indication of those soldiers, which I should have been in a lot earlier, but I don't think I got into market until like a little after 6, right before 6:30 the market opened here in California, because I am in California. As you can see, it as it is kind of faded my trend line, which is something I've been working on, right? And I double up my position size on this one because I just feel extra aggressive. I set a TP because a lot of times this thing can move really quickly, and I don't want any drawdown. As you can see there, I'm looking for at least a 1 to 2, no stop loss set, and I have my TPs going, and it goes straight into both of my TPs. You see, I actually pushed one a little further, aiming for these fair value gaps over here to the left, here, and here. This area full of fair value gaps, and then we had one down here, and we actually had one some further down, which price actually moves that way a little later. You can see we already up in P&L, and I'm getting a little nervous because I already know I'm over my minimum take profit for the day, and I'm like, man, this thing could reverse or anything. I need to just, I'm wanting to close, and I'm not at the same time. I set my TPs, and I think I know where it's going. The reason I have a lot of conviction in this is because historically, I think for the past 20 years or so, verify this data. Price has, or price always gives back at least 1% on average in February. You can see we take the first position as price is selling off hard. That's that type of momentum we want to see, though. A lot of times when we're taking these trades, we don't want that slow stuff all the time. That can be nerve-wracking and a little daunting. But if you have good data, especially good economic data, man, a lot of times this thing can just, that can give you the extra conviction to stay in the trade and give you a solid bias. So as you can see, price goes on, and here's my other TP. We closed for about 800 there. Smooth. We're up, as you guys can see, like $1,300 for the day, right? Now from here, things get a little ugly, as I'm wondering, like, I know price is going to probably pull back into probably fill one of these fair value gaps that it made on this break, which it made 2 solid ones and more. I know it's probably not going to break too far above these EMAs though, so I'm searching. I'm not really tripping about price going down further. I'm like, I really kind of want to be done for the day. But then I see, as I look left, you can see, I'm like, whoa, we have some fair value gaps this thing has to fill, right? So these are some past ones. As you can see, I'm looking at, in the past, price was just selling off. It's been selling off all week, right? So I'm looking at these moves, and I'm like, maybe it's going to do it again, because price has been selling off pretty hard. So as you can see, we start to speed things up. You can see me, I take hella positions here. I'm thinking price is going to come back into those fair value gaps. And each week though, I also understand that if you look back at those prices, or just the earlier days in the week, the previous days in the week, price would come down and then literally turn around, have us turn around and come back to make a new high, right? Close higher than what it closed, right? So you see me take that first position. I'm sure I get deep in some profit in these, but I just wasn't satisfied with the small amount of profits that I can get. So I wasn't really taking profit like that. And so it's just a bloody day from here, guys. And you're going to see, look, I already lost 500. Actually, I lost more than that, almost $800 on that trade. From where I was at, right? But we're still up 4 on the day. Look at this, I'm up another 4. We're up to 13 here. Do I close? I think I closed. Still not satisfied. I look left, I see there's a fair value gap I think it's coming to. I drag my tool over. And I'm kind of taking positions here. But as you can see, watch as I start to just get a little too aggressive, and start taking some major losses here. And I take a few wins too as well, but I'm just not completely satisfied with how the price is moving. It wasn't coming back to fill those gaps. And so I'm getting a little impatient, I'm getting a little anxious, but we're just sticking with it. I'm not really worried about the P&L. You see we got a break, but I'm like, I want to see it go down to my TP. I close, trying to just minimize my losses as much as possible, and maybe even take a little profit when I can, just to see, like, is it going to inch down or is it going to give me that strong drop down? I really think it's going to continue to give me a strong drop down. I don't think it was done for the day. You can see I'm taking some, what's this? Oh, we actually take some profit here. Okay, we take some profit there. You see we still down though, guys. Down, I risk, yeah, we take some profit there. I'm back to 1,000 after being down like $400 and some dollars, down to 800. And eventually price, as I'm trying to figure out, like, man, what is this thing going to do? It's making this move up. I'm thinking it's going to make it the head and shoulders pattern after this very strong oversold area down here on the RSI. You see, I'm looking at it. I'm seeing divergence. As you can see, let's pause that. Can I draw on here? Y'all gonna let me draw on here? No, I need to draw on here. If I could draw on here, oh, hold on, don't do that. So if I could draw in here right now, which you won't really let me do, I could show you that basically you have this high right here, right? You have this high here, and then you have this one sort of here, right? And what you can see is that if I had the marker, if we just draw a line straight down, you can see, boom, that this high is lower than this high here, right? But on here, this high is much higher than this high. So we have that is bullish divergence. The reason bearish divergence. The reason it is bearish divergence is because if you were to draw a line, anytime you're drawing a trend line on top of the trend, it means there's bearish momentum happening, basically, right? And that's bearish momentum because you only draw the trend line on the top when it's a bear move. If it's bottoms, then it's making higher highs, and you always catching, your opportunities are going to be at the bottom. If it's an uptrend, right, it's going to be at the bottom of that trend line. So right, price is going to come through and it's going to be bouncing, and I can show y'all that on the charts as well, which we can do right here, right? Where's my chart at? Okay, so that was around this area, guys, where you can see the bearish divergence. Watch this, boom. So you see this high and this high right here. I just drew that line. Let me thicken that line up so you can see a little better. Boom, so you see that line. And then I want to show you where the other bearish divergence, or where it is on the order divergence, comes from, when these two basically are doing opposite movements. Bearish divergence, right? Cool. That's some extra conviction you need, and you can see it's still basically following the trend line, right? There's this thing called trading or fading the trend, or fading the breakout, right? Fading the breakout meaning, like, well, sometimes when prices is trending, it likes to pop its head out of the normal trend line as if it's going to break out, and then what you do is, like, if it doesn't give you the signal that it's going to continue breaking out, what you do is, as soon as it pops back in, you take your sell or your buy, right? And so that's basically what we kind of did. I still wasn't making the best positions because I was over leveraged and I didn't want to go through the drawdown, right? So let's get back to here, right? Let's go. All right, cool. So you'll see this is where things are just getting really bloody. We're killing our profit. Eventually we start to eat that profit all the way down to like we start to see. So this is kind of a solid position right here, right? Really, I could have taken it up there, kinda. But this is a signal I needed. From here, it was just holding, which I should have just been holding. But I knew I didn't like my position for the most part because this fair value gap wasn't filled. And then with how heavy I was in, if it would have pulled back into this area, that's just more than I wanted to risk in case this thing just decided to reverse for any other reason. Because also we had fair value gaps above it, and then it was kind of deep below the EMAs, right? And once they start to diverge, you kind of late getting into the move. And the reason why is because they want to diverge and then converge. And you'll see that if you ever just had the EMAs plotted on your chart, they like to deviate from each other and then come right back into each other, right? And so let's just go on, and you'll see, like, still taking positions. You see I'm increasing my positions here. I'll try like selling slowly, but I didn't like that because what happens is you're closing positions slowly, your entry spot is going to move further away from the direction of price. So I just didn't like that as I was doing it. I'm like, and I just didn't like not knowing how much I was risking, which I like for everything to open or close at once. You know what I'm saying? Because then your entry position starts moving and now you kind of don't have that best entry spot anymore. So this time I try to wait for this thing to just come fill the fair value gap. I think I try to take a buy up into that area just because I'm waiting. I'm like, man, I'm gonna just do it. You see here, I go extra heavy, right? I go extra heavy. I'm in 30 contracts, right? 30 micros. These are because we are trading micro E-mini Nasdaq right now. We get into some decent profit. It gets real crazy. Look, I'm trying to tell you guys. Look, so now we're down. We're under 50,000 now. I only have $2,500 of drawdown, right? And it's a trailing drawdown. We were as high as 1750 some odd amount, right? So I was damn near close to blowing this thing. We're down a whole 2K right now, for the most part. And I didn't like this position again. I'm like, let me relax. And then for the most part, I just kind of continue to watch, just hanging in there. And we'll just let the rest of this just play out, right? So I'm like, man, I feel like this thing is just gonna drop. I see this fair value gap, it's inching towards it. You can tell by the way it's not making highs above, it's making lower lows and higher highs. They're very minor, but and even here, I'm like, yo, am I gonna get a head and shoulders pattern or something? Like, what is going on? You know, because it could reverse right here. There was no real fair value gap, so price was balanced. So I'm like, man, maybe it's gonna come down. And I just go in heavy, guys. I go in heavy. I accept my conviction, and then, yeah, you see, I'm in 50 contracts. That lets you know my conviction on this. And then I just load up my TPs because I know exactly where it's going. We get a strong break and then it pulls back. And I'm like, yo, this thing is about to go. You see that? You see that? I'm up $5,700 and then we close. And that thing is tanking, guys. Taking. So we did that all in about 40 minutes today, which is probably totally unnecessary. I really want to get cleaner trades, guys. So that's one thing I really have to work on, taking cleaner trades. We have already journal for the day, beat the account. That's awesome. I have my plan for going forward. You know what I'm saying? I got my plan for going forward. Because I think what I want to do is just, we really have to tighten up if we want to consistently build and hold on to accounts. Right, we really want to tighten up if we want to, because our goal, right, is basically to replace my income. To replace my income, I need to make 10K a month, right? And so what I would need to do is I need to tighten up on my trades and just staying consistent and consistently growing the account and managing my risk well, because it's not going to be about, trying to make the most every day. It's going to be about consistently performing well and performing your plan, your system, right? And so I got to tighten up on terms of, now being a different type of trader in wanting to consistently just, grow the account, stay in the market, manage risk well, and get to the payout. Because now it's going to be 8 trading days until I can even request a payout. And then I would need to get well beyond, build a nice cushion well beyond I would need to build a cushion well beyond the drawdown, right? The drawdown amount still is going to be $2,500, and then we want to build a nice cushion beyond that, so that we can start to just scale up nicely, start to give ourselves some more room, start to get a little more aggressive in the trades, you know what I'm saying? So we can really start to grow that thing. And then beyond that, it's like, okay, as we're consistently taking payouts, right? I'm consistently taking payouts, consistently depositing payouts into my account. Now from there, we want to start to grab more accounts and start to copy trading, right? So that we can start to scale up and grow this thing even faster. So that's kind of the deal going forward. It's not kind of the deal, it is a deal. And man, pretty much that's all I got for y'all today, man. I hope y'all got some value out of this. I just wanted to be quick today. Any other time I would walk you through a divergence, but I'm sure I've showed you that before. And you can actually look up bullish and bearish divergence. That's your homework for the day. Look up bullish and bearish divergence. Just Google it really quickly. Look it up. pull it up, see what you can find in terms of what it might look like, and then how to trade it, right? So that's your homework for the day. Y'all leave me some likes and some comments in the comment section. Just let me know if this brought you any value, and let me know if you have any questions on just anything trading wise. You know what I mean? So hey, this your boy Montego Ramon. Rise as X, we rise to the occasion. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, have a blessed day. Make sure y'all get in that gym. Make sure you stay hydrated. Make sure you stay prayed up, meditating, all that good stuff, man. Read some good content, read some good literature, and keep growing, man. Peace.